find at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning.
After Bridgewater was traded to the Chiefs to back up Mahomes, they traded for Rudolph, and he is the starting quarterback. There's a mix
you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you
Zach Wilson traded to the Packers.
Because you were psyched up about this game.
Jets now have Cam Newton as their quarterback.
No more podcasts. No more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Zach Wilson.
The Packers offense now onto the field. They are led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Carter. That's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top. Those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Play action, it's Rudolph. Caught him by Conley. And they work this route upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. To the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That is caught by Lamb. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. CeeDee Lamb, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is going to be Packer football. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, it's Rudolph. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rudolph forced out to his left. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On first down, Rudolph. Complete. Jefferson to target. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Zach Davidson, 51 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But you
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Wow.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
They keep fumbling in this game. It's gonna be like last season, fumble non-stop. I think it is.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Rudolph. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mason Rudolph touching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on a 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now to hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, when you got a tight end who can run, you got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Play action. It's Wilson. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Being chased out left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's when he
touchdown. It's caught at the 1. Jerry Jeudy from 17 yards out. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Oh, no. Damn it.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. 65 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. Past the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield, either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves? That's going to be key for them.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
the toss. Here's Nwangu. And some room to run now. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
He's in!
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point right down the middle, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
This will be a miracle if they could get this.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it.
They couldn't get it, wow.
Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Packers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Bye.
So for our entire